After when I was forced to disclose me taking my birth control pill at work by my manager in front of a group of men, my male co-workers heavily questioned me on my sex life and would joke about how much of a slut I might be. I was 15/16. I'm 24 now and I'm still so incredibly angry over this. Why is it any of their business whether you take the pill or not, actually? How do you poo with a tampon in? Doesn't it block the poo? Asked by a grown-ass man lol. Dude was just a bird in disguise and couldn't believe it when he heard about tampons. Like how you gonna block off the whole cloaca like that? Your boyfriend lets you do, insert literally anything here. My dad has a lot of fun with this one lol. He's Iranian but we live in the US and a lot of people have asked extremely dumb questions out of the blue like, is your wife allowed to walk next to you, and such. He started giving bullcrap answers like, nope, she has to walk 3 feet behind me at all times and cannot speak in my presence. He says their faces are priceless when they finally see my mom and realize he was pulling their leg. Gotta make the most of dumb interactions I suppose. When are you due? Not pregnant. Just severely bloated from a genetic condition. He was old enough to know better. You've never been raped, right? I was in high school and he was the general manager in his 50s. Couldn't believe he was more naive than I was. Oof. Been asked the first by a female cashier at Costco, because my winter coat pockets full of mittens made it seem as if I had a pregnant belly. Also I was not slim, but also not that fat. I work the front desk at a hotel. Homeless man came in and asked me, how safe do you feel as a woman working all alone, late at night? I used to get this on my late-night solo shifts at a liquor store in college. One time the guy asked me to marry him. I used to keep podcasts playing in the stockroom so it sounded like I had a guy there me. I was asked if I am a woman by birth or MTF. He asked me that because according to him all women must have curvy bodies. SMH. I'm very masculine looking. I literally get this question all the time. Do you like wearing heels? Because you're tall, you know, some men might feel insecure. I'm 5'9". My answer was, those men are not my target audience. It was a bit of a silence and giggling after that but felt very punching. I got an, you should not wear high heels, you're so tall. I just looked at them until they felt uncomfortable and walked away. Other times I used to say I like it and I'm the one who matters. Why do you work here? You should be home taking care of your husband. People will think you are a lesbian. Spoiler. He's fired and I am a lesbian. ETA. I worked in aerospace engineering at the time. WTF. How do these people exist? Is it that time of the month? And always asked with a smirk and condescension. Any of the times have been asked about my sex life by men I've just met. Was once asked if it was my time of the month, at the customs line returning home to the U.S. The agent asked me when I gave him my passport and he took a glance at me across the plexiglass. I, along with everyone else in line, was in sweats and not dressed to impress and we were all exhausted from an 8-hour transatlantic flight. I was not on the best mood but I also was nice and tried to make the guy's job as easy as possible by not being an ass. He laughed when he asked me, don't even try to entertain yourself by being an asshole. Not cool. Why do you want to go to university? You should find a husband instead, expressionless. My mom said this to me, face with rolling eyes, expressionless. An hour ago a guy wrote me a comment on Facebook. I'm sure you look so cute while being asleep. Can we be friends? The nerves. Yo, WTF? I wonder how he imagined that would play out. How much I cost? Too much for you, mofo. Anytime I post about being a woman, I always get the DMs that are like, how big are your tits? When was the last time you had sex? Are you a naughty girl? Do you use sex toys? Do you do anal? Have you ever had a threesome? Ever since I was like 14. Unfortunately that isn't uncommon. Sleepy, I'm sorry. I'm a nurse and a patient asked me if I would show him my tan lines _ A coworker once asked me that if he masturbated and didn't wash his hands after, and then he shook his hands with a woman, and then the woman masturbated, could she become pregnant from that? I didn't know how to respond and I definitely did not shake his hand after that. Rolling on the floor laughing. Rolling on the floor laughing. WTF? Guy. So you have a period which blood comes out? Me. Yes. Guy. Does it hurt? Do you feel it coming out? Me. The cramps hurt but the actual blood coming out does not hurt. Yes, I sometimes feel it happening. Guy. So, it's pleasurable? Me. No, it just feels like blood is coming out. Guy. But if it doesn't hurt, then it must feel good, right? _ I was in high school but still boggles my mind. We were old enough for him to know that just because something doesn't hurt, doesn't mean it feels good. If it doesn't hurt, it's pleasurable. This guy. I can think of plenty of things that don't hurt and simultaneously not pleasurable. If I have a headache, is it time of the month? If I have a bellyache, is it time of the month? If I'm mad, frustrated about something and expressing it, is it time of the month? Not in the mood for any sexual activity? Why not? Are you on your period? Had a terrible suicidal, depressive episode my first day with a company and went to bawl my eyes out and throw up in the bathroom. I needed a couple more minutes past the 5-minute break to recover and get back to work. As soon as I returned to my station in the factory, the supervisor, male, asked if I was hungover or pregnant. I walked out before lunchtime without a word. Horrible. I'm so sorry, some people are just assholes. Does putting in a tampon turn women on? Edit. IDK. What's up with my grammar today? I got this question more than once as a teenager from teenage boys in the 90s. If I can get my own nipple into my mouth. At work. Week 2. Lol. I didn't just try that out of curiosity. Cold sweat smile. Didn't work. That's so hot. Can I watch, join? Several men between 30 and 50. Alright, sometimes worded differently. When my 17-year-old self kissed, put my arm around or held my 18-year-old girlfriend's hand in public. Being told that we just need the right dick is also always fun. Bloody hell, my husband has a bigger chest than you. I thought, you rude BTCH. Lol, that's gross on so many levels. Do you wax? How is that any of your business? Oh my goodness, eyes. Are those real? In reference, of course, to my boobs. Exactly when did that become anyone's business but mine? Or the snide comments from women about having had plastic surgery. Which I haven't had. I've had this before and I was pregnant at the time. Face with rolling eyes shouted at me across a garage forecourt by men in a van. Catcalled. He asked for P*SSY when I was just minding my business, riding a cycle. I was 15 and didn't actually believe. I had oiled hair, was obese and wearing loose clothes. All those things that are said to prevent it, and I was surprised. Then I went around, flipped the guy off and continued with my day. Though it still fills me with disgust that someone asked me this, and I also feel bad for girls who are in shape or attractive. They must have it a lot worse. God, this society is thrash. Is this a thing? I was 16 and got catcalled, but while biking by two men, and I yelled and called them pedo bastards in front of half the street. They were on a higher up car park looking down.